Hello, peace and blessings be upon you. This is Tope Fajingbesi Balogun from the House of Ghanaian tribe. And this is the continuation of the video that I promised last week, the dance of abuse that I promised last week, that I did last week. I hope you've seen that video. I'm going to try and put the link of that video below this one, just in case you didn't see it. But this video is specifically for women who have gone through abuse, specifically for women who have moved on, whose escape route has involved or is currently, leaving the situation, physically leaving the situation. So what then happens? I told you last week that there are emotions that you still need to sort through. Leaving is just the first step, but there are emotions. So today I want to talk about those R's. I call them the R's. There are 7 R's. So let's go. The first R is regret. You're thinking, why did I put myself in this situation? Why did this happen to me? Why did I stay that long? Why did I allow somebody to do this? You're just full of regrets. It's just really, really, really difficult. What I want to tell you about this phase is that it's hard, but you need to work on forgiving yourself. No, I'm not talking about forgiving your abuser. Forgive yourself. And don't build real estate on your pain of, oh my God, then one day he boxed me, one day he slapped me. No, forgive yourself. Once you've forgiven yourself, you can and you will forgive your abuser. The next R is revenge. This is the part where you are angry and you're like, I'm going to get even. I'm going to just really, somebody did this to me, and you're feeling like you're getting on your feet a little bit and you want to right the wrong that was done to you. Let me just pause here by telling you that the best revenge is recovery. Yes, the best revenge is recovery. Please don't try and hurt anybody. You already hurt. The person that needs to be helped right now, that needs to get even, is you. But the person to get even with is yourself. Just try and recover. Promise yourself recovery. Stay away from those people that say, oh, you should go there. Let's go slash the tire. Let's go beat the other woman. No. Just focus on you recovering. So be very mindful of that revenge phase. The third one is relieve. And this is RELIVE. Not relief. It's relieve. This is a very vulnerable, very, very scary phase. It's the phase where you are lonely. You've already gone through the anger. You've already gone through the regret. And you might still be going through some of it, actually. But you are really, really, you are now at the point where you are feeling lonely. Sometimes even when we are in abusive situations, the company, I don't know how to explain that. The company is still, you still kind of, there are good moments, let's put it that way, in abuse. You still, enjoy that company a little bit. So now that company is not there again and you are lonely. And it's easy to try to fill that void with yet another abuser because you haven't done the needful. You haven't recovered. You haven't done something that you need to do in order to be sure that you don't get into that situation. So please don't rush. Don't rush, because if you rush, you're going to relieve it. You're going to miss the signs that you missed the first time as well. The next phase is regress. If you rushed and you relieved, and you met 1 or 2 horrible human beings in that last phase, you're going to regress. And even if you didn't and you still, are coping with the loneliness, you might regress at this point where you are like almost getting to the point where you're depressed. Try to make sure that if you're in this phase right now, talk to somebody, seek professional help. Us Nigerians, I don't know about other Africans, we just shy away from getting therapy. Please get therapy. I did it. I got therapy and it really helped me. So get therapy. Get a real professional to speak with. Don't let anybody, tell you that, oh yeah, that's how it's going to be. You're going to just get depressed and you just be a basket case. So try to make sure that at this point, you don't regress, you fight the system, because where you are going to is recovery. The next phase is release. Yes, release. Release is, if you've been following the House of Ghanaian tribe, I teach this all the time. So I don't even want to say too much about that. Make sure that you come to one of my release classes. I've done release 1.0 in Lagos. I've done it I've done it online and we're going to keep doing it again. Make sure you come to release. This is the process for you to review what happened without building real estate on it, to expel the bad thoughts, all those things they told you can never be a good person, you can never be successful. You need to expel them, to learn new things, to engage your soul, to ask big and to ask bold, to spring, to serve, and to expand. This is the duty that you owe yourself, because once you do this, then you can recover. I'm getting to recovery. That's where I'm going. You can recover. When you're in the release phase, you are actually understanding how the pain is leading you to your purpose, because you are acknowledging that that person who abused you is not really the person who, you should be mad at. It's not really the person you should be focused on. You're focused on that experience and how it is helping you and how it will help you to be a better person, to be a more purpose-driven person. If I didn't go through a difficult experience, I would not be here doing this video. So it's getting to the point where you can use your pain for something impactful. The next phase is recovery. Yes, I've been talking about recovery since it's the 6th hour is recovery. You owe it to yourself. This is the part where you've released and hope is rising in your heart. Self-belief is coming back. You are like springing. You are serving. You are taking your place in the world. You're recovering. You're no longer angry at the person who abused you. You're no longer angry. You're just thankful for the situation. You are thankful for the experience, and you believe in yourself and you believe in your GPS. This is such a fantastic phase to be in. But you will not be there forever. That takes us to the last hour. The last hour is restoration. I want to pause here by telling you about one of the prophets in the Quran, and I think this prophet is in the Bible as well. It's Job, Ayub. He lost everything. He lost more than you think you've lost right now. He did. And he cried unto his Lord, and his Lord restored. And the Quran says that we restored in multiples all that he had lost, as a testament to those who believe. This is the phase where you actually own that verse, where you actually own it and you see things begin to happen in your life. The love that you thought would never come back to you will come back, because you've recovered and you are in your space of harvesting good things right now. It's going to come in multiples. Somebody who loves you, who adores you. And believe me, if you really, really, really focus, you will experience this. And I pray for you who is watching this that you will experience it. Please don't rush through the release and the recovery phase. They're very important phases for you in order to get to restoration. Release and recovery, very important stages, because if you do them right, if you do them well, you will get to restoration. I promise you will get there. And you might get to restoration and say, I don't want to have anything to do with this man again. That's fine. But you still feel joy in your heart. You still feel whole. You still feel like you feel that self-belief, and you find your place in the world, and you own it, and you take it, and you just make it happen. And if it's that you're supposed to be with a new man, that's great. You're going to find the love that you really, really need. So those are the 7 hours. Once again, there's regret, there's revenge, there's relief, there's regress, there's release, recovery, and restoration. The first 4, don't dwell on those. Please don't dwell on those. If you're in any of those 4 phases, please try and walk with someone like me, or work with somebody else to get yourself out of those 4 phases and move to release, move to recovery, and move to restoration. Again, this is Tope Fajingbisi Balogun. I'm really glad, I'm really happy that you've chosen to be in this tribe. If you've not officially subscribed to the tribe, make sure you go to ghaniya.com/join-us. The link will be posted below this video. And again, if you are in Europe, I will be on Euro tour. Or if you know anybody who is in Europe, we're going to be doing this all the time in all the places: London, Ireland, Luxembourg, and The Hague. Make sure that you go to ghaniya.com/Euro2017. And finally, do you feel stuck? Do you feel like you need help in these, trying to escape from that dance of abuse and trying to walk through these 7 hours? Send me an email. Send me an email, tope@ghaniya.com. tope@ghaniya.com. Thank you so much. My producer is telling me that it's already 9 minutes, so I need to go. Thank you very much for watching. It's Tope Fajingbisi Balogun.